Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the plantation agriculture. I'm here with the third part of this particular primary activities chapter. Let's start with plantation agriculture, how it has started and what are the crops majorly grown here and who actually introduced this particular plantation agriculture crops. Let's start with the video. So the first thing which we are going to learn today is who actually introduced it. So it is all about the colonial period. So the colonists actually introduced the plantation crops in those areas which were colonies to them. Like I'll give you one example. The French had colony in West Africa, so they established certain kind of crops out there, crops for plantation. The British had their colony in Sri Lanka, India, so they established tea gardens in this part of the world. So like this, there are different parts which was being captured by different colonialists, and they only introduced the plantation crops in this particular area. And who used to work on these fields? Obviously the native people of that particular place. Let's get into the types of crops which are being majorly introduced, or which are known as plantation crops. The first thing is your tea, which was being introduced by the Britishers in India, Sri Lanka. Okay, now coffee is also there, which was introduced by French in Africa and some other part similar to that. And then cocoa is there, rubber is there, pineapples, then banana and sugarcane, then palm oil, and this was palm oil, and then your cotton. So these are the crops which are majorly grown, and these actually require certain kind of mechanization, and also basically that we are going to see in the next topic, that is the characteristic features of plantation crops. So in the characteristic feature, the first thing which you see, large estate. So you require huge land area for making or for having a plantation in that particular, maybe tea gardens or maybe coffee gardens. All these things you require on a larger area. The next one is large capital investment. You need to invest heavily for having a plantation crop in a particular area. Managerial and technical supports are required. You need to have good quality, good technology for taking care of it, and you have to have a managerial qualities to manage all these things together. Scientific methods of cultivation are used. You cannot simply have with the traditional method. You have to have scientific methods to take care of these plantation crops and make it into a finished product. Next one is, in these plantation areas you don't grow any other type of crop. It is a single crop specialization. If you are growing tea, you can grow only tea. If you are taking care of cocoa, you are going to take care only of cocoa. If banana, only banana. If sugarcane, then only sugarcane. So single crop specialization is done. You get cheap labor in all these places where these particular plantation has been done. Okay, so that is also one of the thing. You require labor also to work on these fields, because each of these crops, or each of these plant has to be taken care very nicely. So cheap labor is also required, which is readily available in these regions. Now next one is good system of transportation, because these fields are huge. They cannot be in center of the city, so they have to be connected properly with proper road networks and transportation, so that the raw material can be transported from the field to the market, and it does not get spoiled in between, or anything does not go wrong with it. So that is to be done with good system of transportation. So as I told you in the beginning of this particular lecture, that this fields were actually introduced, or this plantation was actually introduced by colonialists, right? So that means this colonialists actually had these fields belonging to them. But what if when they moved out of these particular colonies and the countries became independent? So after independence, what has happened? Most of these plantations ownership was given to the hand of government. Okay, it was given to the hand of government of that particular country. So this much from today's video. I hope you have understood about plantation agriculture.